Today on Larry King Now, the most successful R&B group of all time, Boyz II Men.
We've been together longer than we've been with our families, and I think it's always going to be, no matter what it is, it's all about the friendship.
Is R&B still R&B?
R&B is not at all, no.
I mean, we're musicians, and even if we stop this now, I'd probably still try to find some sort of karaoke bar somewhere to sing, because it's in us.
Vladimir Putin, did he invite you to play a concert in Russia?
Yeah.
Try and boost the birth rate?
That's right.
Sure did.
That was his idea?
One of those Russians to get pushing.
Plus, craziest fan encounter.
I had one hide in my room, butt
woman?
naked. Yeah, behind the curtain.
Naked?
Butt naked.
And what did you do with that event?
He thought
And
first.
we'll be right back after these messages.
All next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now with Boyz II Men. Wanya Morris, Sean Stockman, and Nathan Morris comprise the best-selling R&B group of all time, with over 60 million albums sold, 4 Grammys, 9 American Music Awards. Known for such hits as End of the Road, I'll Make Love to You, On Bended Knee, One Sweet Day, and Motown Philly, 2011 marked the group's 20th anniversary, and in 2012, they got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You can see them through the rest of this year during their residency at the Mirage Hotel and Casino in Vegas, working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. And their new singles, Better Half and Diamond Eyes, can be found on iTunes, while their 11th studio album, Collide, will be out on September 30th. I'm out of time, so thanks for joining us, and goodbye, going all their credits. 60 million. Has the internet hurt or helped your business?
It actually hurt for a while. It's starting to come around now where people are starting to understand where to get music and pay for music. We're at a point now in the industry where we're probably just going to be streaming music pretty soon, so that's going to help a lot of artists get their revenue back, because the powers that be will be able to pay them, and people can't steal the music with streaming. So.
How did it affect you, Wanya?
I mean, it's just, when we came out, it wasn't here. It wasn't around, so it was kind of like, you know, turning on a light and saying, go that way, and we didn't actually know how to get there until, you know, Nate started dealing more into it, and then, you know, started giving us a little bit more idea of what
Nate
social.
kind of the leader?
Well, he's more so the technology guy, you know. So, you know, he was like, the internet, you know, some the internet, and I'm like, he had first computer, he had everything. So I was, you know, I just followed suit.
Sean, what do you make of the business today?
I think it's great, because it gives artists, you know, it empowers artists now. At first, there was a point in the music business where the record labels were pretty much the guys that held the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. You know, they were the ones
ruled.
They ruled, and there was no way you could get a record out. There was no way that you could circulate a song without them being involved. Nowadays, you have so many media outlets that allows artists to do it themselves and empower themselves and get the songs and the music to the fans that truly, truly appreciate it. Now, there's somewhat of a trick to it, because there's a lot of people doing it, so you gotta weed through and filter through a lot of the bad stuff to get to the good stuff.
How do you account for your longevity, Nathan? I mean, in a business that's not famous for it.
I think it really started and starts with us. We grew up together as teenagers, and it's funny, we recognized at our 20th anniversary that we've actually, at that point in our life, we had literally spent half of our lives with our families and half of our lives with each other. So now that we're 22 years in, it's almost like we've been together longer than we've been with our families. And I think that's the structure, and that's the means of it all, is that we know who we are first, and we've been with each other forever. You know, we fight like brothers and family, and it's one of those things that, you know, it's always going to be, no matter what it is. It's all about the friendship.
You were together how long? How did you meet?
We all
met in high school for creative and performing arts.
In Philly?
Yeah, we were all vocal choir majors, and it was just one of those things where the group already existed. Nate was the progenitor of it, so he actually was, when people graduated, you know, we'd actually come in, and, you know, he'd get other people to come in, and he actually chose me as one of the first people in that, what, 89?
Yeah, the 89.
What kept you all together?
A few things. Respect for one another's abilities. We understood that the things that we've been through during our careers is extremely sacred and something very special, something that we've only shared with each other. So that was the tie that pretty much binded, and not only that, our love for our music. I mean, we're musicians, and I think even if we stop this now, I'd probably still try to find some sort of karaoke bar somewhere to sing because I just, it's just in
You
us.
sing to your sleep.
Yeah, it's in us. Like it's just something that we felt we were born to do.
What do you make of you guys never ran into much problems, right? But you see guys like Justin Bieber and Chris Brown. What do you make of that?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's a different generation, and I would blame it firstly on, I would normally blame it on the fact of guidance, but I know both of those guys, and I know the people that they're around, so guidance is not the issue. I just think that we're in a generation where a lot of these young artists really want the ability to experience some things on their own, no matter what they're taught or what they're told is the right way to do it. When we were a lot younger, we were told what to do and we just did it. We didn't question and we just followed. I think kids nowadays, they want to experience it for themselves and they got to make those mistakes themselves.
You control all your songs? I mean, did you always have?
Well, we always had more so the control over the production aspect of it as far as vocal production. A lot of the producers that we work with, they allow us the go ahead to do our thing because, we pride ourselves on our vocals. That's what got us to a certain place where we are now. The music came later. We were a cappella group first. So, a lot of the producers allow us to do what we have to do.
Yeah.
These gentlemen became the third artist ever to replace yourselves at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 after the Beatles and Elvis Presley. I mean, you're unbelievable. You're among a select group of artists that have held the #1 spot for at least 50 weeks, commutatively behind Elvis, the Beatles, and Mariah Carey. 9 American Music Awards, 9 Soul Train Awards, 4 Grammys, and 3 Billboard Awards.
Yeah.
You never let it go to your head, right?
No, not at all, not at all. We were young, and we just were constantly working. So when all those accolades came on us, it was more so us just trying to continue to work. And once we actually got a chance, I took a year and sat back, that's when we realized, hold on, we've done a lot.
I mean, when you hear you in the same company, let's say, as Elvis and the Beatles,
Absolutely.
you kind of like pinch yourselves.
Yeah, it's funny, that happened like once that we were really young, and we knew about Elvis, and I'm a big Beatles fan, so we knew how powerful they were in the music business. And when we were told that we knocked them out at #1, it was one of those things where we didn't really know what #1 records really meant. It was like, well, we like the Beatles and we like Elvis, but what did we really do? We didn't really know, we didn't conceive it the right way. So we just went on and kept singing.
Is R&B still R&B?
R&B is not at all. No, I'm
Not
sorry.
in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
Not in the sense that people know R&B for.
Well, everything evolves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything evolves.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the boys when they weren't the boys, when they were little boys, before they were men. We'll talk about the whole start right after this. Okay, the Boyz II Men, you all went to high school together. You started this. Who picked the name?
Actually, Sean picked the name. We were on the phone one day. We didn't really have a name for the group. It was kind of bouncing around, and Sean brought up this name, Boyz II Men, which is actually the name of a song from a group that we used to listen to called New Edition. And we used to sing a lot of their songs early on because we didn't have our own. And I told Sean, I was like, I think it's okay, but I wouldn't want to be in the group singing New Edition songs and have one of their titles as our name. But we were like, okay, well, we'll just hold on to it for a while, and then we'll figure out something later on, and eventually it wound up sticking, and we never changed it.
What hit it for you?
As far as
What was your first hit? How did it happen?
I think, I can say this is what made us feel like this is something that we needed to do. There was a high school show that we did. It was Sentimental Journey. Was it a Sentimental Journey?
No, it was just a talent show.
Talent show, and
an assembly.
same people that sat in class with us all day. We had an assembly, and the curtains opened up, and lights hit us, and we all just we stuck in. It was just one of those things, and it was so magical. We were like, we got to do this. We have to.
And did you sneak backstage at a concert?
Yeah, it was a radio function that our local radio station had, and actually a friend of ours was supposed to get us backstage, but he came like 3 hours late. So everything was going on and all that, so we found this nice lady, don't know who this person is to this day. We asked her, could we borrow her pass? She said, "Oh, just take it." This was when security didn't really matter back then.
That's serious.
And we just alternated the pass back and forth, got backstage, met Michael Bivins, who was part of the group New Edition that Nate referred to earlier, and we sang for him.
Acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
One of his records. And about a year later, we were signed to Motown.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
And what was your first hit for Motown?
First record was Motown Philly. You know, it's a song that kind of talked about where we came from and, you know, our city, how we grew up, and how, you know, we always wanted to sing and things like that. It was a song that was put together on a whim, actually. Our manager asked us to write a song called Motown Philly, and when you hear a title like that, you're like, what does that really mean? But so Sean and I sat down and just tried to come up with the concept to pretty much be our staple song and an introduction into the music business, and that was the record that took off.
Did you record in Detroit?
Actually, we recorded in Philly.
Yeah, recorded in Philly.
But we were signed to Motown.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a boy band?
No.
That
Is that you resent that term?
No, not necessarily. I mean, it's a coin that was phrased.
a
way
phrase
after,
that was coined.
Yeah.
Phrase that was coined.
A coin that was phrased.
Way after Boyz II Men came on the scene.
Because Justin Timberlake, and I understand Justin Timberlake, Usher credit you as their influence.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really cool to see those guys that obviously have amazing careers, look up to us. That's a cool thing. But being a boy band, really, we felt like it never pertained to us because we don't fit in that mold.
Yeah. You also had your matching outfits. In fact, we have some pictures from the earlier days. Can we
that was
That's not too
bad.
bad.
We had some worse ones.
There's definitely worse.
They're gonna show. That's not too bad.
Jackets don't fit.
hold it a minute. I'm a little confused because
There you go.
there's three of you here.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's missing?
Michael.
That's
Michael,
Mike.
the guy on the left.
What happened to Michael?
Michael actually left the group probably about 11, 12 years ago now.
Why?
Well, he didn't. I guess he didn't want to be involved or do it anymore. We actually tried to reach out for him for our 20th anniversary to bring him in and have him, perform with the new album, but things didn't kind of work out. So,
Do you keep in touch? Are you friends or?
Occasionally.
Yeah, we try to keep in touch occasionally. I don't think our friendship is as strong as it used to be.
Does he still live in Philly?
He's here in Los Angeles, I think.
Yeah. How did it affect the singing when you went from 4 to 3?
You know what's weird?
The harmony.
A lot of people don't understand that a lot of what Mike did was more of a mimicking mechanism from what Nate would already arrange. When we would go in and sing background parts, Nathan would actually lay his parts down, and then Mike would go in and kind of copy it, and that type of thing. So he is also kind of a bass baritone, so he can sing bass.
Like the Fourth Mills Brothers?
I guess you could say that. Yeah, exactly.
One guy just did.
Yeah, exactly. So
They were a great group.
they were. They actually were. So when it comes down to harmony, we still have it locked in. It's like
So it didn't affect you at all?
No.
I mean, it actually, the foundation.
The look, maybe,
yeah.
But the sound, no.
Sound, no. Yeah, we
Did you think of
pretty good.
looking for someone else to add a fourth member?
We talked about it for a while. We actually entertained it, and we asked our fans about it, and they were like, they didn't really want to warm up to a new person. I mean, a lot of times, groups of old, like the Temptations, who put so many people in, after a time, you don't even know who's in the group unless you know the original group. So our fans were like, we'd rather just have the 3 that we know and we've known for all these years versus bringing somebody else in. So.
Your fans grew up with you?
Oh, yeah.
Like they come into the Mirage?
They bring their kids now.
Yeah, they bring their kids now, pass it down,
Boyz II Men babies.
Isn't that kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. I mean, they call
Is
us
there any
Uncle.
chance the 4 of you, there were rumors about a reunion, 20-year?
We tried to make it happen, actually.
We tried to make it happen. We don't know.
He just doesn't want to work?
You said it perfectly. He doesn't want to work.
What does he do?
We don't know.
We'll be right back seeing the boys in Las Vegas and their upcoming album. We'll talk about that when we come back. We're back with Boyz II Men. How did this residency at the Mirage come about?
Well, we actually did some shows early on at the Flamingo in holiday season with where Donnie Marie stays now, and we took over there for 6 to 10 weeks early on just to see how we would fare in the city. And it's really slow time during the year. A lot of people don't know that in Las Vegas. But we went in and we said, if we can do it now, we probably could hold on to something like this. So we went in and tickets did pretty well. And maybe 2 or 3 years after that, we started plugging around and we had some interest about hotels wanting us to come out. And the Mirage being so classic with its, you know, the Mirage is the Mirage. It was the perfect place for us. I mean, there were other places that were offering, and yeah, they were a lot newer places, but again, we feel like we're a classic group in Mirage Classic Hotel.
So you work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Terry Fader has it Monday through Thursday, right?
Yes.
With his
with his
ventriloquism.
Yeah. So it's busy 7 nights a week.
7 nights a week. And they have comedians come in too. They do 2 shows a night after we go
Jay
out.
Leno comes in.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Do you stay, so you stay in Philly, you fly to Vegas?
Yes.
3 nights and fly back, right?
Yep.
I live in LA, so it's a short jump.
Yeah.
So
You're a
it's
Southwest guy.
Yeah, I'm a Southwest dude. 45 minutes.
Will you stay past, will you go into 2015? And
Well, we're actually talking about 2015 and even further, so hopefully.
Oh, really?
For us, we'll do whatever. I mean, it's perfect for us. And at this time in our career, Vegas is the best gig we could possibly have.
So you don't have to do Romania and Turkey.
Exactly.
And,
Not unless we want to.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing about us is that we do have the ability to go to those places. Now with Vegas and you know, play, we can kind of pick and choose our spots.
Now tell me about Collide, the new album, first album since when?
First album since, what, 2000?
I don't even remember, dude.
Wow, it's been a while.
So many albums.
It's been a
What
minute.
brought it together to do this one?
We just felt comfortable. For a while, we weren't going to do any more records. We just didn't feel it was a need to do them. But, you know, once we got into Las Vegas and we found our comfort zone to where we know that's where our life is now, you know, we've always wanted to wind up doing records just for fun and for, you know, for recreation versus having to do it to pay your bills and things like that. So now we're at a point in our life where that's why we do it.
Now the 2 singles are out on iTunes now, Better Half and Diamond Eyes.
Right.
Who wrote those songs?
We don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
We have no idea. This might be one of the
So
first.
who gets the credit?
We don't really care.
Yeah.
We actually.
credit when they get
well,
the check.
here's what it is, Larry.
Wait a minute.
Here's what it is.
Where'd you find it, in a trash can?
No. Well, here's what it is. Normally, you know, people get all invested in who the producer is, the songwriter, and so forth and so on. We try to take it a different approach this time and say, you know what, just bring us good songs and we'll just sing
Well,
them.
who brought these songs to
The
you?
record label
Rights.
brought them. We just don't know who. wrote 'em.
BMG Rights. That's who we're
Here's what happened. The guys at BMG came to us in the studio. We all got together. Says we have some songs. He played the songs. We liked them. We liked some. We didn't like others, and that was it.
Yeah, we sang and that's it.
Yep.
I want to check out what you think of each other. Who's the messiest on the road?
The messiest on the road.
Sloppy.
Sloppy.
Okay, no answer. Who's the goofiest?
Oh yeah, that's that guy.
Well, with a name like Wanye. How'd you get that name?
My mom, she put it
Why?
together. Uncle Wayne and her girlfriend Wanda, and she smushed them together, and Wanye, there it came.
Should have been a girl.
Now, yep, hey.
Who's the loudest?
Who's the loudest? Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Who's the most business-minded?
Nate. Yeah, I was saying
Now,
that.
you're both named Morris, but you're not related, right?
Absolutely.
Who works the crowd the best?
I'd say both of them.
Because you're more the bit. You're the.
I go along for the ride.
Yeah.
Now, I'm told by other singers, and my wife has sung there, Vegas is a tough place to sing
Yes.
because of the climate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Very dry.
Yeah, do you find it hard? Do you keep
Yeah.
this?
I mean, yeah, we all have our struggles. Probably
Juan has
more than
allergies, so
anybody.
he has a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
big problem.
It's tough. We fight it out, and sometimes you have your good days and you have your bad days, or worse than bad days. So, I mean, yeah, we work it out. That's all.
Do you plan to tour for the new album?
Hopefully, you know, if it comes about and it fits in with our schedule, yeah.
I mean, you were so big, couldn't you think a reunion tour? Well, are you committed to Vegas every weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how can you tour?
Well, here's what we do is we book. We're committed every weekend, but we actually. Our schedule we plan out every 3 months, so we'll put out 3 months of dates, and then we'll figure out the other 3, and then we'll adjust some things as we move along. It is a full year, but we also get room to adjust it.
The guys will answer your social media questions when we come back. We're back with Boyz II Men. You're famous for your love songs. You were on The Bachelorette.
Yes.
Yes.
We
You
were.
sang a song.
Well, we performed the 2 new songs off the album. We also were on there to try to help the contestants learn how to court the young lady and sing some songs, and
horrible.
they weren't very good at
Horrible.
it.
Horrible.
Oh, might have been.
They suck.
Yeah.
They were
And
nice
what-
guys.
And Vladimir Putin, who I know very well.
Yeah.
Did he invite you to play a concert in Russia?
Yeah.
Try and boost the birth rate?
That's right.
That was his idea.
One of those Russians to get pushing.
Yeah.
Did you go?
We sure
Yeah, we
did.
went.
Yeah, we went.
Did you meet him?
We didn't get a chance to meet him because I think he came before. He was there
Russians to
earlier
get
than he left
crushing.
out, but we did a great concert. I mean, the Russians are great. It was beautiful.
They just started doing it right there in the audience.
Yeah, it was
Just
amazing.
started
It was
already.
Well,
awesome.
you really got him going. Oh, we have some social media questions for you. Alex Townsend on Facebook. Who's your dream duet partner?
Prince.
Prince, yeah.
Matt Bailey on Facebook. What's your proudest achievement in your career? Maybe different from each of you.
I would say, honestly, staying together 22
Yeah, that would
years.
be mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that.
Yeah.
Model this on Instagram. How do you stay out of the tabloids?
We don't act
stay
a fool.
Stay home.
We don't act stupid.
You all married?
No.
No. 2/3.
You're married.
Yeah.
You're not.
I am.
You're not.
Yeah, he's single.
Nathan's the intelligent. No, I don't.
Thank you, Larry.
Nathan is the intelligent one.
That's a joke. And Leaf Sweetie on Twitter. What has been your favorite vocal and writing collaboration that you've done?
Wow.
Do you have a favorite?
Wow.
Well, you know, we say this, and actually this guy says it too. There was a time where we did a lot of our records with Babyface, and he even said it himself. It was like there was just a time whenever we went to the studio, it was like magic. Like every
Where is
time.
Babyface?
He's in LA.
He's LA. He's still doing
Still
stuff.
doing shows,
Yeah.
still doing things.
Yeah.
Ali Mustafian. What's been the most exciting time, the 90s or now?
The 90s, easy.
Oh, boy.
Easy.
Yeah.
At Amy Nolan 143, will we be spoiled with at least one a cappella song on Collide?
We're working on something.
working on
and
something.
we'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, working on something.
Oh, so it's not finished yet?
Well, we have like 1 or 2 songs
We wanna
that we
s-
have to complete.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Overall, the album's
It's done. We just
It's something that we're trying to
We're
do.
tinkering a little bit.
That we're
It's an awesome album, man. I'm excited.
Can any song be sung a cappella?
not every
No,
song.
not every song. No.
Not every song.
Okay, we now play a little game of If You Only Knew. Just a quick question. Who was the first girl you ever kissed?
There's a girl with pink shorts and a yellow top around the corner from my grandfather's house at the playground. I didn't know her name. I just kissed her.
How old were you?
I had to be around like 6, 7.
Sean?
Nice.
Renee.
Renee.
Yeah, her nickname was Skeeter.
In Philly.
I was 12, and it was in her apartment hallway.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
get
tastes,
it.
Yeah,
tastes
no.
like sunflower seeds.
You ever know what happened to Skeeter? Nathan, what about you?
I don't remember.
Nathan.
Because he's just a player
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
He's just a player.
I'd
He's
say
just a
it if
player
I
like
did.
that.
I don't remember.
Remember
Yeah,
the first time you performed together?
Montego, no. That was the
Yeah,
first televised one.
First time we performed
First time
together.
we performed together was...
High school?
High school.
Yeah, high school, yeah.
high
There's
school.
a lot of high
Yep.
schools. We used to be a funeral band. We used to sing at funerals.
Yeah.
You
Sing
did?
a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch of people.
It's a whole lot.
What do you mean, they booked you?
We would
Yeah.
sing at a whole
You
lot.
didn't know
Like
the dead
friends of the,
Not at all.
sometimes
You
it would
know the
be...
dead person.
Those are the best
Something-
funerals when you don't know the dead person, because you can just go for it. You know, it just feels good. I know that sounds weird, but it feels good.
What's a superpower you'd like to have?
I want to be able to fly, man.
Oh, that's mine.
Sean?
Mind control.
I'd like to be invisible.
I like that one. I like Larry's. I want to be invisible.
If you'd like to, if you could sing like anyone in the world, who would it be? Yourself, probably.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, man.
Mine would be Sam Cooke.
Marvin Gaye.
Favorite Boyz II Men song?
Water Runs Dry.
Bend a Knee.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
What?
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Which song gets the biggest reaction in concert?
Oh, so many of them.
Wow. It's hard.
Normally it's End of the Road.
But I'll Make Love to You gets a reaction because we're
Only
throwing
because
our
you're giving
roses.
them stuff.
And Bend a
Biggest-
Knee does too.
Biggest venue you ever played?
It was
The Olympics. And we did the
86.
closing ceremony of the Olympics. And
60,000 people in the stadium.
What
about
city?
Atlanta.
About a few
Oh, you were at the
billion
Atlanta
watching.
where the bombing occurred.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Craziest fan encounter?
I had one hide in my room, butt
woman?
naked. Yeah, behind the curtain.
Naked?
Butt naked. like straight.
Yeah, you gotta put butt. You gotta put butt,
Gotta put
in
butt
the
on
front of
there.
that.
Bucket naked.
And what
Book
did
it,
you
Nick.
do with that event?
He thought
And
first.
we'll be right back after these messages.
I mean, actually, nothing. It's funny because my security guy was right outside. He heard me make noise when she popped out, and he came right in the door, and they kind of handled that.
Because knowing your ego, you might have said, what show did you catch? What band was the first band you opened for?
MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
What's on your iPod right now?
Everything.
Yeah, that's
Everything.
Yeah.
jazz, hip hop, classical.
Yeah.
R&B.
Which era? What's your favorite era of music? 60s, 70s, 80s?
I would say 80s and 90s.
I would say 70s and 90s.
80s and 90s.
The Temptations or the Four Tops?
Ooh,
The Temps.
the temps, they're smooth.
What's the most fun to sing?
Acapella?
Acapella.
Yeah.
Anything acapella.
What do your fans want to remember about you? What do you want your fans to?
That we were musicians, that we were real musicians, that we, vocally we put our all into it 100%, and we always made sure that we maintained the integrity of our vocal ability.
That says it best. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I want to thank my guests, Wanye Morris. Still can't believe that name. Sean Stockman and Nathan Morris of Boyz II Men. Be sure to see them live at the Mirage Resort and Casino in Vegas, one of my favorite places. They're there through the rest of this year, maybe through 2015 and 16. Perhaps even longer. And look out for their new album, Collide, this September. And remember, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. I'll see you next time.
And Larry's going to perform with us.
I'll sing. A Jew joins the group.